Hello, this is Yomi Pajama Man, and I am back today after 3 months or so. I am back. I'm done with my summer classes, so I can continue on teaching Python programming to you guys, or anyone who actually sees the video and is curious about programming in Python. I can do that right here and right now. So I'm ready to start that back up again. So today we're going to learn about we're going to use a print function, and then we're also going to use another function, built-in function called formatting function within the print function. So that's going to be really exciting, I hope. I think it is. So yeah, let's get started. So in my last video, I just want to clarify that in the last video, I think I was a little tired, and I think I did pretty good. I mean, the last video was just compact data. I think I had it running for about 30 minutes or so, and that was way too long. So I'm going to shorten it down to about 10-15 minutes if I can, instead of running it to 30 minutes. So that was way too long when I re-watched that. So I won't do that again. So yeah, let's do this really quickly. So this is going to be really quick. So let's start out with the print function. So as you can see above, I was using the print function in the other window. So here we're in our source, so we're just going to write out the code. So we can just do like a simple print, and before you actually do anything, as you can see within this dialog, it shows this helpful hint saying use print parentheses value blah blah blah. You can continue on with it, and then you can use the sep or the end keywords. I don't know what the file is, I never use that, but the sep and end is very helpful. What it's saying in the sep that implicitly separate everything with a space automatically. In the end, implicitly once you're done, whenever you're writing in the print function, it'll end with the new line character, which I'll go over later on. So let's print something out. So print something generic, hello, and then parentheses to close it. And let's just run it real quick. I think you already know this, but let's just check this. So check. I want to save it, and it looks fine. And then I want to run it. So run module is okay. So it outputs to hello. So everything's good. So what we want to do today is actually, let's just get rid of that. Let's put in like single quote, double quote, doesn't really matter. A to make it really simple, comma to separate the arguments. So this is the first argument. We're going to the second argument. Second argument is going to be using the end is now equal to I don't know, like this, I guess. So what we're doing is, once this function prints out a, right, it's gonna end with what? It's gonna end with nothing. So if we run this, or actually let's do another print function. Let's do print parentheses b. I know this is really confusing, so let's just write this out real quick. End parentheses, and see my hopeful hint. Yeah, because the end is usually, this is stating that it's going to go to the new line after the print function, after this whole statement. So instead of doing that, I'm saying I want to end with nothing. So end, so I want to do print c, comma, going to the new argument using the end keyword, and then I want to use single quotes, parentheses, and then save, and then run this, see what happens. There you go. It's going to say ABC, because originally if I didn't have the end, it would implicitly put the new line in. But since I said don't put anything there, that means it'll print A, print B, print C on the same line, because the end is saying don't do anything at the end. I can also put like a star, I guess, for the end. I can put like another star for the end. So let's run this, save, run for the new module. Now it's going to put at the very end a star, which is pretty cool. You can also do like a bunch of different spaces or like blah, and then run it. And there you go. You got all these weird characters coming at the end of whatever it's printing. So yeah, that's the end, using the end keyword in the format. I'm sorry, not in the format. This is a special argument. So yeah, that's the end keyword. And so let's go on to the next one. We want to use the sep, which is one I was talking about earlier. So you want to do, let's just write down 1. We're going to do multiple arguments. 2, comma, 3, comma, and then we're going to use the keyword sep. So we're going to use sep equals to nothing, just like before. So what this is going to do is, so let's just run it. So save, run module. So what this is going to do is anything between the arguments, between 1 and 2, and between 2 and 3, since sep has nothing in between it, it's going to do nothing. It'll just bring everything together as one. So if we were to change this to like a star, for example, like I did before, and we run the module, okay, save, it's going to put a star in between the arguments, but not after it. Remember, the end is what puts it after, and then what sep is what's put in between the arguments. And that's it. So that's the sep and the end. It's pretty cool, huh? Okay, so save that, and we're gonna go on to the next one. We're gonna use the escape characters in Python. The escape characters. Well, I'll just show it. So remember what I was talking about before. This is one of the escape characters. So it'll be, that's where's that? Oh, it's going to be below the backspace. So you're going to use the backslash n to use a new line. So let's do that. So we'll do an example of let's see. So I don't know, like hello world, and then you want to use like a new line. So let's put like a new line right here. So I hope this works. So backslash n. You might be thinking that this is going to print out hello backslash n world. In actuality, it won't do that. So enclose that with the parentheses. So what's going to happen is it's going to read this. So it's going to say, okay, I'm going to print hello. And then the next line it says, oh, since this is a backslash, I need to, since there's a letter named n, I need to go to the new line. So hopefully, I hope this works. What it's going to output to is hello world. World's going to be on the new line when I output this. Yeah, see, I put a space there, so that's why it's spacing over. But yeah, that's how you put it on the next line without putting another print function in or using a wrapper to bring it to the next line. You just put it all on one line and say, oh, I just want new line. You can also use another escape character called backslash t. So what that does is we can bring this over. You can bring it all together, doesn't matter. Save backslash t. What it's going to do is going to tab over. So run module is going to tab over to hello world. So you know that. So another escape character is a single quote. You can use a single quote. So that means that if I use a single quote here and a single quote here, it'll still work. Like before, if I didn't have this, it would mess up. The first part would be a string literal, and the second part would be like a keyword. It will see it as like a keyword of something, which it isn't. So it'll like output to some error, which I don't want. So in order to fix that, we gotta use a backslash, and then whatever comes after the backslash is going to consider it as an escape character. So it's going to be a single quote. So it's going to output to hello single quote world. So run module. Hello, see, hello single quote world. Did not include the backslash. There we go. Okay, and then another escape character is obviously the double quote. So we can use double quote as well, and put a double quote here, double quote here. Okay, and then save that, and then it'll say hello double quote world, just like before, except you're using a double quote. See, right here. Isn't that amazing? So also the last escape character you can use is a backslash, obviously. So how could you put a backslash in here? By including the backslash into this print function. So we can do a double backslash right here to include it within the print function. So let's run the module, and it'll only print one backslash. So just bring this up. So hello backslash world right there. It's yeah, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, that's escape characters. That's all the escape characters. So the escape characters are new line, tab, single quote, double quote, and backslash within this program. So pretty cool within the print function. So we're gonna go on to string concatenation. So string concatenation is it means like joining two arguments together as one, even though within the syntax it's separated by a plus sign. So string concatenation example is print parentheses, and I want to close. Oh shoot! So I want to do like this. Oh, capitalize. This is space. I'll explain that later. Plus single quote to enclose that, a single string right here, and then you put a period right there, and there you go. And then you have string concatenation right here. So this plus, you might think it's arithmetic. It can also be arithmetic if there's two numbers in between it, but this is string concatenation, or adding the two together as strings. So it's going to output as this is a string, a single string. So let's run this, run module, and there you go. This is a single string. Pretty cool, huh? You can also use this as a, let's do like another example, like var assignment operator, like 5. So we can do like, this is var, right? I hope I didn't go over this. Did I go over variables? I think I did. Yeah, I did. So this is, hopefully this works. If not, then I know another way to do this. So let's see if this works. Yep. So there's a type error. Cannot convert int object to string implicitly. So in order for this to work, the string on the left side and on the right have to be a string as well. So I can also do like complete it like I did. This is a single string. So this variable is assignment operator here. This on the right side means that this string literal a single string and assigned to var. So you just put it in here. So this is var. So it should work. So do string literals. This is a single string. There we go. Amazing. That's pretty awesome. So that means you can put a variable in here with the plus operator instead of using the comma like I used earlier. So yeah, so you can use a comma. If you use a comma, it'll implicitly put a space after it. If you use a plus, it won't implicitly use another space. So it's pretty cool. That's string concatenation. Now we're going to go into formatting numbers. Formatting numbers are pretty cool. So that's the one I've been talking about lately. And let's see how long this is. Yeah, formatting numbers is pretty long actually. So formatting numbers, we can use the num variable assignment operator. I know I said equal, but really what this is a assignment operator. So that's what I'm going to call it. It's assigning this variable some value. So num assignment operator, I want to give it a float. So 5.5000 divided by 12.0. So obviously this is going to produce like a huge number. So I mean, not a huge number, but the number is comma. Now we're going to put our variable in. See, it's going to put a comma, but implicitly it's going to add a space to it. So it'll be a number is space, and then whatever that number is. So we just go to run. Let's see what happens. So this happens. The number is 416.666667, and it's super long. So what we want to do instead is actually shorten that down to 2 decimals, and maybe add like a dollar sign, before it, or maybe 1,000 separators if there's like 1,000 in there as well. So we want to do that. So let's go on to the next page, next size. Okay, so save that, And we can now use a format specifier. So let's use a format specifier. So instead of having that huge number right there, we can use a format specifier right here. So include the format specifier. So format is going to highlight. So we want to put parentheses, and close the num. Let's just backspace that. So what we're passing into the format specifier is, which is another built-in function, is the variable num, which is this above, which has some number. So we're going to put a comma after this, and then there's another argument we pass to the format function, which we're going to pass 0.2f. So let's run this. I'll explain that later. So let's run this, and hopefully it works. The number is 416.67. See? Now it just truncates everything after it. So what it's actually doing is it's saying, okay, I want to format this number. This is a number, okay? I want to format this number, whatever it is, to 2 decimal places and a float. And that's it. So we run it again, see the output again. The number is 416.67. Even though originally it was this number, we formatted it to be this. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. We can do, let's see, we can do scientific notation. So instead of 0.2f, we can do scientific notation, or 0.2e right here. So 0.2e, run this module, and it'll be, the number is 4.17 it'll be 4.17 times 10 to the power of 2, if I'm correct. So this decimal will move over 2 times, see, like this, but it's rounding it up. So yeah, I'm correct. So what the e is like, it's like 10 to the power of whatever, and I'm saying that I'm saying that 2 decimal places as well. So yeah, that's the e. So like I said before, you want to include the $sign. So include the $sign in this whole thing. So let's just remove this, and hopefully it doesn't go to 30 minutes. I feel like it is. So if we want to include the $sign, we can do another one called print parentheses and close everything so I don't forget. We can do like your amount is, we're going to actually put a string literal $sign right here, comma, we can use the wrapper like I said before. So you can put a backslash here to wrap the text around. So I can go to the new line while still in the print function. Now I want to put a format, use a keyword format. It's going to enclose, it's going to have parentheses as well. So I'm going to pass num. So the first argument is whatever you're passing into it, whatever you want to change as a formatting, num, comma, now you have your format specifier, or what you want to do with it. So make sure you put 2 single quotes here, and you want to pass, let's just do like we did before, 0.2f for a float, or let's just change it up a bit. Maybe we want to do 0.3. That means it's going to be at 3 decimal places instead. So 0.3, and in that, and then we want to do another comma, so a new argument to the print function, and we want to use the sep keyword. So using the sep keyword, I want to go to the new line. So going to the new line while still in the print function, I have to use a backslash. There we go. We go to the new line, still in the print function. Now I want to use the sep. So sep is now equal to no space, because implicitly there's going to be a space, but I want, because since there's 3 arguments, remember, separating, there's going to be, in between the arguments, there's going to be nothing. Okay? So after that, I think that's good. So it encloses this one and this one and this one and this one. So let's see if this runs. I'll explain later. Okay, so your amount is $sign 416.667, because it's said at 3 decimal places, and it's a float. Yeah, there you go. I can put like a star here. It'll show you where it's gonna be. So so this is one argument, and this is this is one argument as well. Okay, do you see that? So only 2 arguments in here. Even though there's 3 in here, this is just saying that, oh, I want to separate these first 2 arguments. So your amount is $, and then put a star in between the two arguments, and then format num this one up here, and then to 3 decimal places. Maybe I wanted to put it to 4 decimal places. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So 4 decimal places. I think we saw that. Okay, so after that, we can also use another format specifier called the minimum field width. So let's keep this simple actually. So print. We'll just use the format within itself. So format parentheses inside the print function. So we're going to pass num, and then in the next argument of the format function, we're going to state the specifier. So we have to enclose it in single quotes. And so we're going to use a minimum field width. So we're going to use like 12. The number is going to be 12 characters wide. So if it's, let's say if it's like 6 characters wide with the number, so the other 6 is going to be white spaces on the left side. So it's going to be 12 wide. We're going to also put 1,000 separators or commas in between, the 1,000 place, every 3 numbers. You'll see 12 comma and then 2 decimal places, and then we want to make it a float. Okay, so this is going to be 12 wide, 12 characters wide, and if it's more, it's going to be probably 6 or 7. So it's going to be like another 6 white spaces, and then 1,000 separators. Going to put commas when there's like 1,000 places. There's going to be 2 decimal places, and then it's going to be a float, and that's it. So run the module, and there you go. So it's going to be, look at the first one. Oh, I can't. Okay, so it's going to be 12 wide. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like I said, and then the other 6 are white spaces to the left. So it's going to be, so it's white spaces to the left. So this whole thing is 12, and then there's going to be 1,000 separators. If I had 1,000 separators, let's see if that'll work. There we go. So see, and it automatically puts 1,000 separators in here, or commas, and then it's 2 decimal places, and then it says that it's a float. So this is obviously a float. So yeah, this is 1,000 separators, and the width, so you can change it around. You can change it to 6, 5, 4. It'll still work. You can remove the 1,000 separators. It'll still work. Yeah. Let's see. We can use percent signs. So let's just get rid of all this. Oh man, it's gonna go to 30 minutes. That's okay. So print, we're gonna use the percent sign. So we're gonna use format again, using the format keyword within the print function. So format, we're gonna pass like 0.07 as an actual number. We're not gonna use the num. And now we're gonna format specifier right here. We're gonna do like 0.0. and then the modulus or the percent sign. In this case, it's going to be the percent sign. So what's going to happen is I pass an argument to the format function, 0.7, and I want to change this number 0.7 to no decimal places, and I want it to be a percent. Okay, so this is going to have no decimal places, so it's going to go to the percent sign and say, oh, I got to multiply this by 100 and give it no decimal places. So it's going to be 70%. Yeah, 70% right here. And then remove the decimal places. If I wanted to add another, decimal, okay, so one decimal after the decimal point. So save this, it'll be 70.0% as well. So pretty cool. So finally, we're going to go to formatting integers. So formatting integers, we're going to use a print function and pass the format function within the print function. So function within the function. So we're going to pass the format some number like 3, 4, 5, 6, comma, space, and then you're going to have your format specifier, single quote, single quote. So we're going to use, we're going to do 10 wide, comma, 10 wide, and then the 1,000 separators. So there's going to be 1,000 separators, and then D. So we're not going to use F for float. We're going to use D for integers, within this program instead. So since you're going to use D, you cannot use like 0.2, for example. You cannot use that at all. Don't use that, because you're specifying this as a D or an integer. So specifying the 0.2 will return an error. Hopefully, since I'm not insane. There we go. Precision not allowed in integer format specifier right here, so we can't use a 0.2. Just as a quick test before we do this, let's see what happens if we put this in the wrong order as well. Yeah, invalid conversion specification. So we're putting it in the wrong order. So the order is, let's see what the maximum order is after we run this. So it should return. So the whole width is 10 characters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's 3 white spaces to the left. And then it says 1,000 separators, so there's a comma. It says that it's an integer. Of course, it is an integer. And that is it. So before I go, I just want to change this to like 7 point, something like that. And I have to give it a certain order if I remember what it is. So let's say so let's say we're gonna start with wide, so 8 wide, comma, so 1,000 separators, 2 decimal places, and a float. If you're trying to remember, this is the normal like order that you want to have it in. You don't want to jumble it up. So this is the normal order. You want to start with wide first, 1,000 separators, 2 decimal places, or whatever decimal places. Maybe you want to change the wide, and then float, or what was the other one? D for integer. Make sure you have it in this order, or it won't work. So yeah, let's see what this does. Yeah, 7.66, 2 decimal places is a float, 8 wide, and obviously if there were more numbers, it would have 1,000 separators. So yeah, that's it. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, so that's it for formatting and special, formatting. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Okay, yeah. So before I leave, I will be, obviously posting more videos because I'm done with my summer classes, which was hectic, and I hope this helps a lot. I hope. So I will be giving out more tutorials, blah blah blah. I will also be giving out, after I'm done with Python, I will be giving out Java tutorials, and once I get there, I can probably go into intermediate level as well. So not just beginner, but into the intermediate level as well. So look forward to that if you guys want to see that as well. So since Java is such a big demand and it's pervasive, it's everywhere. So I will be including tutorials on that as well. So see you guys later.